Om Shri Mahapediyava Sharanam. Voice of God, Volume 1, Main Title, Common Dharmas, Chapter 60, Love and Sorrow. The very purpose of human birth is to show love. The happiness that love gives is not to be found in anything else. One may get short-lived pleasure by earning wealth and fame, beautifying oneself, etc. But these do not give heartfelt satisfaction. It is only showing love that gives heartfelt happiness. When we show love, whatever difficulties we may meet, whatever body discomfort we may experience, or money we have to spend, all these are not felt. Happiness and full satisfaction are felt to be more than these sufferings. A life in which love is not practiced is useless. I say that when love is practiced, sorrow is not felt. But in the end, one day the thing to which we extend love itself does great harm to us. We show love to someone. In the end, one day, he leaves us once and for all. Or we ourselves will leave him one day. At such a time, there is sorrow. Oh, he has left us, or we are leaving him. We feel depressed that the love which gave us joy and satisfaction has turned to be false and has ended in sorrow. We become dispirited in the thought that, after all, the end of all love is only sorrow. We see that all the love we have shown turns into as much sorrow when there is separation. The thought may also occur that one who led a life of selfishness without feelings was perhaps better. For such a person, there will be no sorrow on account of separation, is it not? But in reality, the selfish person gathers only sin. Having taken human birth, there is no use living like inert wood and stone and without experiencing happiness and satisfaction. If love is shown, at the end it is sorrow. But without love, there is no taste in life. If this is so, what is to be done? The only way is to develop unchanging and inexhaustible love. The thing that gets our love should be such that it never leaves us. If there is such a thing and love is shown to it, we and that thing are not going to be separated, and we can always be happy and contented. That is, love should be towards Paramatma, which is the only thing never changing. Paramatma never leaves us. Even when our life leaves the body, the life that goes out will merge with the Paramatma. Only the love shown to Paramatma can be permanent. When it is said that love should be shown to the Paramatma who is eternal, the question may arise whether love should not be shown to others, since others will perish one day. If we develop our love to Paramatma more and more, it will be known that there is no one other than or separate from him. Even those people to whom we had shown love, which is the cause of the sorrow, thinking that they are going to die, will now be seen as the form of the eternal Paramatma only. In this way, the entire world should be seen as Paramatma and should be loved. Then our love will never be the cause of sorrow. Even if everybody cannot be seen as Paramatma and loved, it will be easier to see great people who are full of spiritual qualities and gurus who are full of jnana and grace as Paramatma and practice love to them. If love is shown to such people and we surrender to them, it is enough. Paramatma will bestow his grace through them. Even if one who was the recipient of our love passes away, we will not become victims of sorrow in the knowledge a body taken as a make-up by Paramatma has perished. The one who was in the body has become one with Paramatma. Our love will last without any diminution. This should be shown to the Lord and the sadhus in the beginning, and little by little it should be extended to all beings. That is the fruit of having taken this birth. Om Shri Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jaya Jaya Shankara, Hara Hara Shankara.